strange happens to our champion, Dan Wannamaker, whenever he plays the Pitfall round and there's a car waiting at the end of the bridge, he blows it. And he did again this time, but he's wound up with a total of $11,217 in cash and prizes, and now he gets to face this challenger.
Welcome a brand new challenger, an office worker from Merced, California, who's here to win a lot of money so she can go back to graduate school. Her name is Mary Wiehie.
Hello, Mary. Pleasure to have you on our show.
Thank you.
Watch out for him. He's good.
Thank you. Good luck.
Sure, he wishes them all good luck before he starts beating on their head. Ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, folks. A brief inquiry right now into relationships. That's how we're going to start this game off. Women who take the passive role in a courtship are what? Oppressed, smart, shy, or kidding? Give me a vote on that. Women who take the passive role. Dan, go first.
I think that's a smart lady.
All right, Mary, what do you think?
I think that they're probably just kidding the men along when they do that.
Oh, the old strategy routine, huh? Let's find out what the audience had to say. Women who take the passive role in a courtship are smart. Dan gets his first point of the game. Jealousy, one of the 7 deadly sins. All of us at one time or another, I suppose, are guilty of that sin. But for this question, we want to know, what makes most wives jealous? Their husband's what? His work, his secretary, his friends, or his leisure, the way he spends his leisure time? Vote on that. Which one of those items is going to make the wife jealous? Mary?
Probably his leisure time, I would think.
All right, you avoided secretary and friends. That's an interesting choice. Dan?
I don't want to avoid secretary because depends on the secretary. And I'll go with secretary.
Okay. Dan has never avoided a secretary in his life.
Never.
And if his wife finds out about it, is he going to be in trouble? Let's see. Audience, what did you vote for on this one? You voted for leisure time. Way to go, Mary. That was kind of an off-the-wall answer, I thought, but they obviously agreed with you, so that's great. You've got your first pit pass in the game. You have just heard a really juicy piece of gossip, folks, about a neighbor. What are you going to do? Are you going to ignore that piece of gossip? Are you going to cherish it, repeat it, or are you going to tell the neighbor? Vote on it. And now, Dan, tell me what this audience would do. A really juicy piece of gossip about a neighbor.
Depends how truthful this audience is being. Those little Deckens are all going to go out there and repeat it to somebody.
Okay.
I think they're all pretty good people. I think they're going to ignore it as hard as it is.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you know, if it's a juicy piece of gossip,
I know.
Dan's point is well taken. Folks want to get out there and spread the good or the bad word. Let's see what kind of an audience we do have. Are they a really nice crowd, or are they gossips? They're a nice crowd. They're going to ignore it. All right. Dan applauded you, by the way, folks, even though he lost the point on that one to our challenger, Mary. If you had to post a road sign describing your job, what would that road sign say? Dead end, caution, speed up, or merge? We're talking about your job now. Not your sex life, not your relationships with friends, your job. Mary.
I think everybody could probably speed up on their job a bit. I could.
All right.
Don't tell my boss.
I won't.
Okay.
Dan, your secret is safe with me, Mary.
Okay.
They look like they read a lot. And what you read tells you that if you don't change jobs every few years, you're probably looking at a dead end.
I like the way you set up your answer. Let's find out from the audience what their preferred response was. Dead end. You got it right on the nose. Okay, Dan. You've decided to go for it. You're going to get married. What's the most important thing to look for in your partner? Intelligence, humor, honesty, or looks? A question that applies to both sexes, obviously. Voting on it, everybody in our audience up there in that section. And now, Dan, you tell me. Most important thing to look for in the partner if you're going to get married.
I applauded them for their...
Whatever it was.
I was wrong in that one anyway. It doesn't matter. I'm looking for honesty.
Honesty. Mary, are you married?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Well, when you got married, when you were considering marrying, what did you look for?
Oh, boy. I think humor is really important.
Is that what you looked for the first time?
I think so, yeah.
You did look
As
for
I
humor.
remember. It was a long time.
And it didn't work.
Well,
why should it work
actually,
on
no,
this
it
show?
didn't. I don't know, Alex.
All right, we have one vote for humor, one vote for honesty, but the majority of the people in the audience went for honesty. That means Dan gets another point. And there's the time's up signal, and Dan, you've done it again. You've won a match, and you're going to play the pitfall round. Mary, sorry it didn't work out better for you.
Thank you.
It was that humor.
I know it was.
Memories of the marriage that didn't work. We've got a party gift for you backstage. Right now, we've got to take a break, some important commercial messages, and then we'll come back with the bridge and the pitfalls.